Peace and blessings, blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece coming back once again, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if you haven't already, like always, go ahead, like, subscribe to this channel, you know what I mean? We're trying to get these viewers up, you know what I'm saying? Not even get the viewers up, just get the knowledge out, man. If we could be able to share it, you know? Share it to everybody. Don't just keep it for yourself. Don't be a keeper of information. I'm going to start this video off. I'm going to talk about my man's sacred symbols. If you haven't, you like these symbols and stuff like that I'll be wearing on these videos, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you go check them out, Sacred Symbols on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? They got all the jewels. They'll make all your stuff custom made. All right. So today's video, you know what I'm saying? I'll be talking about how you being insecure about yourself, loving yourself, can make other people be insecure about loving you. And what I mean by that, I can elaborate a little bit more on that is that, okay, so let's just say if you're short, you're overweight, you have something about yourself that you don't like, you know what I'm saying? You don't like your feet, you don't like this, and all these different type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You can make that so much of an issue that other people start to be able to find the issues in the things that you have insecurities about yourself. You know what I mean? I used to date this woman and she was overweight or whatever. And I knew it when I met her, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't have a problem with it. It was okay with me. But she was insecure about her weight. And she kept on talking about it and she kept on talking about it. And I used to tell her, I say, hey, look, if you're not going to do anything about the problem, then stop making comments about it, because what you're doing is you're making me insecure about loving you, because you're picking yourself apart. You're so busy trying to pick yourself apart that it's hard for other people to even try to get to love you. You know what I'm saying? You're making other people feel insecure or feel uncomfortable about loving you. And that's some of the things that we do in this life and we don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? Us not loving ourselves enough can make other people not love us enough either. You know what I mean? So I could be sitting here and I could keep telling you that I love you, I love you, I love you, but you don't believe it because you don't even love you like that. So now you're looking at me like something's wrong with me, and you're trying to find terms and conditions on the way that I love you, because you don't even love you the way that you should even be loving you. I think it's a real deep concept, you know what I'm saying? Insecurity passes on insecurity. We live in this world nowadays that people are so insecure, so they'll find ways to be able to throw their insecurities on you. They'll be like, okay, you could be working out and going to the gym and you know you're good and whatever, and they're like, oh, you look sick. And we living in a backwards world where we think that when somebody's in shape or they're quote unquote underweight or all these different type of things that they look sick. And in reality, the people who are overweight are actually overweight. Something's wrong with that mental process. But also, even the people who are overweight, that doesn't mean that they're out of shape or that their insides isn't good. You know what I'm saying? We have this perception of what we think something is supposed to be, when in reality, there's no way that something is supposed to be. There's no way that something is supposed to be. There's no way that something is supposed to be. The only way is to be healthy. Because you can have an overweight person or a person that's not overweight. Let me quit using that word. You can have a person that just have heavier size genes and they're eating right, they're taking care of themselves, they're exercising. You can have a person that considerably, what they say, on the smaller side, that eats a bunch of junk, don't take care of themselves. You would think that person that was on the smaller side was more healthier than the person on the heavier side, when in reality it's the other way around. So it's always about how you're taking care of yourself and how we're doing that. It's all about love. It's all about loving yourself and how you love you and how you view you. You need to stop looking outside of you to be able to try to view the love that you have for yourself. If you love you, it won't be any type of terms and any conditions or conditions, to the way that others can be able to love you. You know, I think when we don't learn how to love ourselves, we look for other people to love us in places that we don't love us, but that person can't even love us in the way that we want to be loved, because we don't even love us in those places that need to be filled. That's why when you get with a person, when you get with a mate, they always say, they feel me. They feel me. It's like you're filling in those holes, you're filling in those gaps, and you're filling in those things that may not be there before that mate gets there. That's the thing. It's like concrete, you know. You could have a big hole, and the concrete comes in and it pours in and it fills in those holes and all those different type of things that need to be taken care of at that time. And that's how love is. And that's how love is. But you have to be open to love. And most of us aren't open for love because we don't even deal with ourselves. You can't be open for love when you're not open for yourself. That's not a real concept. You're looking for people to complete you, and people can't complete you because you're still too insecure. You're still too not in love with yourself. You don't love you enough. You find flaws in everything you do. You try to make it in a way where it's not a problem for you, and you try to say it's not a problem for you, but it really is. And the problem is that you're not dealing with it. So in turn, you don't know what you're doing. You're passing along that hurt. It's hurt. That's that hurt. When you passing it around to people and you don't even know that you're passing it around, it's a disease now. There's more diseases being passed around nowadays than anything. And people don't even know. They're not even conscious of the fact that they're giving out diseases. You know what I'm saying? Insecurity is the new disease. It's the new way of living. It's the new way of passing. You know what I'm saying? Because you can be in a relationship and not be insecure about anything, and then a person who's insecure about something will tell you it's something that's wrong with you, and they're constantly telling you that it's something wrong with you, and then after a while you start believing that it's something wrong with you. They call it narcissist or whatever, but I call it insecurity. It's still insecurity at the end of the day, because it's somebody that doesn't have a secure reference of who they are and don't even know who they are, don't want to get to know who they are, accept who they are. We got to be able to love outside of these things, and outside of, or matter of fact, we got to learn how to love inside. Inside is the key. If we're not loving the inside of ourselves, then we're trying to live up to this magnitude within the society that will never fit our lives, our spiritual lives, man. We got to get out of that concept. We got to get out of that mindset that is not going to work for us, and we got to be able to move forward and push through. We got to fight this thing, man. This thing is a marathon. It's like the Nipsey Hussle album. It's a marathon. You get a victory lap and you running a marathon. We are not running sprints. We are not running sprints. Everybody wants something fast. It's a microwave society. We put things in the microwave and we want it 10 seconds versus putting it in the oven and letting it cook. You know what I'm saying? And let it cook for an hour. We want it in 10 minutes because it's faster. We don't want to let things sit and take time. It's just like yourself. You got to let it take time. You can't put it in the microwave and think that it's going to work. You can't just be like, all right, cool. I've been out of this relationship for 3 months, and I'm cured. I'm okay now. I'm good. I'm okay. No, it's still things that you got to deal with. And if you're not dealing with those things on a day-to-day basis and you're not evaluating yourself, then you're continuing to pass those things along. You're just passing things on, and you don't even know that you're passing things on. We got to get out of these mindsets, people. We got to heal ourselves. Healing ourselves is the only thing that we can be able to do. That's the love that can be able to give. That gets rid of that insecurity. It's going to always be things that you feel like it's something that's wrong with you. I got things that I feel like it's something that's wrong with me. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I don't sit around and harp off of them. It is what it is. That's what makes me me. That's what makes the unique me. You know what I mean? People used to call me short all my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm short. It is what it is. I'm okay with that. I'm very fine with that. I don't have a problem with that. If that's somebody else's problem, then absolutely, that's their problem. I don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to deal with me, and I don't have to deal with you, and I'm cool with that. Long as you cool with it, but you won't put your insecurities on me to tell me about something that you feel is wrong with me when it's nothing wrong with me. It's something wrong with you because you're too busy trying to observe me that you don't even notice that you got some insecurities about yourself. So I think the best thing to do for us is, man, just give ourselves self-love. You know what I'm saying? Every day, wake up with those affirmations and say what you are. I am great. I am a master of my own mind. I create my own universe. I create my own way of thinking. I am great. I am God. I am good. I am unique. It's only one me. And you got to be able to live with those things. You got to live like that every day and be thankful for who you are, because it's nobody like you. There's nobody like you. At the end of the day, there's nobody like you. And you got to be accepting to that and be able to have that love. That's that spiritual love that you got to be able to give off. That's what the universe wants us to be able to give. It wants us to be able to give that unconditional, real love, that pure love. Because what if everything was made the same, then it wouldn't be nothing unique about anything. I can say that to you, but you got to be able to believe it. You got to know that it's only one unique you. You got to be able to accept that there's nothing wrong with you. You got to be able to take whatever you think is flaws. Actually, it's not flaws. It's actually the best thing that could be able to happen to you. You know, I'm as a kid, you know, and even now, like, I got a higher pitched voice as for a man or whatever. Like, people always say my voice is high or squeaky or all these different type of things. As a kid, you know, I used to be kind of nervous to talk and be scared to talk. But then now, as an adult, it's the one thing that people always say. They be like, man, I know when you talking because don't nobody sound like you, you know, and when you make music, when I know when I hear you because nobody sounds like you. It's you. It's unique. And that thing, they used to call me Squeak and talk about my voice and all this different type of stuff, but I accepted it and I embraced it. Because that one thing is the thing that gives me the separation from everybody. That's what makes me me. That's what makes me unique. So the things that you sitting around here thinking is your flaws, is actually the best gift that you could ever receive, because that's what separates you from everybody else. That's why you are designed to be who you are. That's why you are the infinite being that can create things through the universe and have the mindset to be able to do it. You just gotta know that you can do it. You gotta believe it. I can't believe it for you. You gotta believe it for you. And the moment that you believe it for you, it won't be anybody on this earth to be able to take anything away from you or come and just give you all their insecurities, because guess what? You will have that insecurity block on. It's like a disease, like you just blocking all that stuff, man. That ain't nothing. They putting all that stuff up there and saying something about you. So what? It don't even matter what they say about you. Get some business. If you they business every day that you wake up, then guess what? That means you doing the right thing, not the wrong thing. You doing the right thing, not the wrong thing. But you got to change your mindset first. You got to be in love with you. I can't be in love with you if you're not in love with you. That doesn't even make sense to me. You hate all these things about you, but then you want somebody else to love them about you. And then you question the love because you hate it about you. I can love those things that you hate about you, but you don't believe me because you hate it. Mindset. We got to reprogram the mind. We got to reset the mind. We got to stop thinking like we were taught, and stop thinking that we gotta be somebody else. Just be the best you. That's the only thing you can absolutely do in this world, you know? Alright. Be you. It's your boy Jarmel Reece, signing out. Peace and blessings and peace. It's the boy Jarmel Reece in real life, not in fake life, because they just faking about their life. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you subscribe, like this video, pass it along. Peace.
Self, the higher self. All this rope talk, beefing over knowledge, us against us, intellectual warfare, false prophets. And you know what's funny? With all this going on, I got one question. Who really living their knowledge? Who really ready to die for this now?